probably as many as we're going to get today, so that's fine. What I wanted to start out with, I want everybody to stay on here right until the end because I do have a little bit of a surprise. It's actually kind of a big surprise from me and Shauna and Allie that I wanted to present today. But I'm going to get through all of the value and everything first. And I just wanted to note, especially for those watching the replay, to make sure they watch it till the end because I am going to announce something awesome. So the topic today, oh, can't do that. What am I doing here? Sorry, my brain is not all here. So anyway, so doing work that matters to make a difference. And that matters to you, right? Like for myself, you know, reflecting on all the experiences that I've had in the last year and what has been the most rewarding for others as well as myself has been those specific moments of me doing something that actually matters, not just because I had to do it. So I came up with a couple guidelines that I think you should follow for doing work that matters and that is important to you. And I'm also going to give you guys a task to do after. It is a little bit of a bigger task, and I want you guys to be able to put in your full intent into it. So for me, it took me probably, I've done other things like this, like I've read the values factor, I've done all these things. So for me, it took me about half an hour, 45 minutes, but I know some people have taken 3 hours to finish this task. And it's from John Demartini, and it's an online little course that you do on trying to figure out your top values. And who's excited to do it and who's really going to put the intent out to actually do this? Because it's really, really cool. I love doing it. Yeah, awesome. Excited, yeah. So I'm going to, after this, I'm going to put a link in, you know what, I'll probably put it on the post that I did earlier today because I don't want to mix it up with the Zoom meeting, right? But it's really, really good. It does take a little bit of time, but I want you guys to put in the effort and really get down to what your core values are and what the reasons why you need to work hard at specific things because of those certain values that you hold. Get more focused. Yeah, exactly, Melanie. We all need to get more focused on our core values. And what this little task will do is not only help you figure out what your core values are right now, is to help you understand what needs to be higher and what you need to work on more to get those values higher. Because like when I did this a couple weeks ago, my business was actually not at the top. It was my friends and family and socializing and helping others was at the top, and that I can definitely see on a day-to-day basis. That is my core value, is always talking to others and helping others rather than my own business. Oh, sorry, I forgot I had the mic on. Probably made it all scratchy. Hi, Shauna. But
can you mute me? Sorry.
Yeah, I was, a dance party off in that room. But yeah, so I'm really excited for this little course for you guys. But anyway, I'm going to start with the 3 guidelines that I think you guys should work on. So we've already kind of touched on some of these, but I really wanted to stress the importance of it, especially when you're working on something to make a difference or like that is really a part of your core value. So being consistent. It doesn't matter really what it is for, but it matters that it's important to you. And, you know, everything is making a difference of any kind is hard work. Selling is hard work. Writing is hard work. You know, getting in touch with our mindset training and our self-development, it's hard fucking work. But the biggest thing is being consistent in that. And, you know, you guys have to stop thinking to yourself, I'll wait to do it later, maybe next year, maybe when things are easier, maybe when my personal life isn't so crazy with the kids and, you know, I have a crazy schedule and I'm doing all these things and I don't have time to really work on what my core values are and the work that's going to matter. Because if you guys are continuously telling yourself that, I don't have time, I don't have my personal life needs to be more stable. When I'm making a little bit more money, I'll implement more into my business. There's so many ways that you could be implementing more time, figuring out how your business can run with very little to no money. There's so many things. And what I consider these things is you're hiding. You're hiding from your full potential. You're hiding from what you could really, obtain and what you can achieve. You're hiding from all those things when you say those things to yourself. I'll do it later. I'll do it when like I can't do it right now because I have too much going on with my kids. I used to say that shit all to myself all the time. But then when I really started to hone in on what my core values were, I realized that no, if I want to put my family first, I also need to do the work that matters to make a difference for my family. I also need to do the thing that matters to give my family what I want to be able to give them. And if I'm not putting in the work, I'm really not putting my family first. So that was a really hard thing for me to like grasp onto. And I don't think it was until August when Jang said those words to me, and he's like, Kat, as moms, we always put you guys always put your family first. And that's the biggest struggle, why there's always, women are making a difference in the industry now, but why a lot of women fail and why a lot of women can't understand that maybe sometimes that we need to, yes, our family is up high, but our business should be equal or a little bit higher. Because those aspects, the business, the things the hard work and the things that are actually going to make a difference to our highest value family, those are the things that we should be putting our time and intention into. Because if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have been able to create what I've created. And Michael has created a lot of success before me, but I'm really coming out on my own, and I'm understanding how to create the success that I need to create for my family and to create the perfect life and the perfect day for my kids. I want them to understand that doing work that matters is important. It is important. And I'm not putting them last. I'm putting them first still. But I'm putting what I have to do to give them everything just as equally high, instead of keeping them at the bottom of my values. So, showing up regularly, don't let any setbacks stop you. Let's see. Sorry, my brain, I'm on a whole bunch of drugs, so my brain's kind of like, I'm listening to the Values Factor audiobook. It's amazing. Yeah, I love the Values Factor. If anybody wants another new book to read and they really want to hone down on what their top values are, that book is fucking amazing. Must make the change. Yeah. You know what, Mike? If you say that, like you say that all the time, say it to yourself every morning when you get up. I must make a change today. I must do something different in order to give my family, or because I know that you hold your son and your wife really, really high on your values list, just like I do. And not just moms do this, dads do it too. And you have to be able to understand that in entrepreneur life, yes, our family is really, really high and we give a lot of shits and damns about them. It makes it no different. But we have to be doing the work to give them everything that we can be giving them, because you all are capable of amazing things. You all are capable of giving your family everything. And you all have the same tools that every single one of us that have been able to quit our jobs, that have made, anywhere from $100K to $1 million and up in the last 15 months, you all have the same tools as we did, and probably more. Actually, not probably, you do have more tools than we had when we started. You guys have everything that you need to create the lifestyle that you want for your families. Don't put it off. Yeah, you have to figure out your values, 100%. And that's why I'm going to give you this values challenge. I'm hiding and making excuses. You know what, Kim? But you've really came out, or not Kim, sorry. Where did I get Kim from? Kate, you have really come out in the last couple of months and had those realizations because you've seen what your husband really wants. You've seen that he wants to be at home with your kids, and you know what you have to do to get it done. But we also have to implement. We all know that we have to put in the time, that we have to put in the effort, and we have to do the things that are actually going to create a change in our lives. But are we implementing every single damn day? Are we being consistent with it? Because I know for even myself, being here today, I could have said, Shauna was like, oh, I'll do the Zoom for you, babe. Fuck no, I'm sorry. I know I have strep throat and I can barely speak and I can't even swallow or eat, but fuck that shit. I'm here. I need to be consistent every damn day, and I need to be here for the team. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll order books later, baby. It's okay, Deb. Just make sure you watch the replay because I'm going to be, me and Shauna, I don't know if Allie's here, but me and Shauna are going to announce something at the end. So, but yeah, 100% too. And it's just coming to that realization of how much intent are you actually giving every day? No matter what's going on in your life, I could have played the sick card and been like, no, I'm calling in sick today. But as entrepreneurs, we don't get to do that. Nobody's going to cover for us. Nobody's going to be here to be like, it's okay, Kat, you don't have to show up to your business today. Fuck that. I was still up at 9 a.m. and I was still hustling and doing all the things. And yesterday when I even felt worse, I was still doing things for this challenge, making posts, doing all those things because I knew they had to get done. And nobody was going to step up and do my tasks for me. I guess they could have, but in my brain, I needed to do it. To be consistent every single day, because that is what it has taken for me to create what I've created. Oh, hello, Heidi. Oh, yeah, there she is. Hello. But yeah, so don't let setbacks, stop you. Really push through. Oh, who needs to be muted? Sorry. Heidi, I think you can be muted. Oh, I don't know why I can't mute you. Heidi, would you mind muting yourself? I don't know, unless you're driving. Oh, what do I do? I don't know. Won't let me mute you, but.
This one is for $3.
Shh, better, just a minute, honey. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Keep going. Really create a regular schedule for yourself, push through the distractions, because you need to do the work that's going to make a difference. You need to implement the stuff that's actually going to make a difference in your life. And, showing up to these Zooms, showing up to what you've already committed to. You guys have all committed to being a part of this 30-day challenge, and it's showing up. It's keeping your video on when you're in the Zoom so that you know that you're 100% there. You know you're 100% in it, and so do we, right? Just be mentally there when you're doing the work. It's 100% about being mentally there, having the intent. Right. Okay, honey, just circle the ones that you want, okay?
Okay, then you can.
We'll go get a pen. Mommy's busy.
Okay,
and so back to understanding your motivational values, and that's where doing this challenge that I'm going to give you guys after is really going to help you understand what motivates you. Because if money was a motivator, we would all be rich, and I know I've told you guys this a lot in the past, but money is not the motivator. You have to figure out, like what Shauna talked about yesterday, your why. You have to figure out what is going to motivate you to show up every damn day. You have to be comfortable and honest with yourself. If you're not honest with what actually motivates you, if it is the mailbox money that's going to motivate you and it's the financial part, be honest with that. Just because a lot of us say it's not about that doesn't mean that it's not about that for you. Does that make sense? I don't know. You guys throw it in the chat.
Hey, can I just add to something that you said, Kat?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, I lost my voice there for a second.
And I'll give you, you have a drink of tea. So I just wanted to comment on one thing when you're looking at your motivational values, you guys, this is what a lot of people do struggle with, is you might look around at your life and everything looks fine. You'd be like, well, my kids are fine right now and my life is fine right now. And Ali kind of touched on this a couple days ago, but I just want to reiterate it because of what Kat's talking about. Just because everything's fine right now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be fine forever. So if your family relies on the economy and your finances rely on an economy, at any moment that can change. At any moment, taxes can increase. At any moment, your child could need to go to a certain school. At any moment, you could have medical bills piling up. And I'm not saying think the worst, but what I'm just saying is looking at your life from a 40,000 foot view and being proactive, not because it's not good where you are right now, not saying that it's not, you don't have a great life, but like when you step back and you can actually just look at your entire life and where it could go and how it could improve and how you could create more stability. So when we say creating your highest values, it's not necessarily that your life isn't great right now and you need to make it better. It's fine if your life is good, but what we're doing is we're trying to create long-term stability. We're trying to create long-term habits. That's why we do daily stuff like this. So I just wanted to add to that what you were saying. So that's all.
That's perfect. And Krista put in the chat here, we don't do ourselves any favors by bullshitting what our truest values really are. And that's 100% true. Am I lagging? Can you guys hear me? My screen's kind of glitching. Everybody can hear me? Thumbs up?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. But anyway, so yeah. So be comfortable and honest with yourself about what your truest what actually motivates you. You know, motivation is what drives us to make our decisions. It energizes us and it shapes our approach to our work every single day. So just like Shauna said, you can look at it from a 40,000 foot view or simply look at it at a different angle. You know, if art and beauty is motivating to you, but you sit in a place in your house that's dark and dreary and it just looks like a computer with no beauty around it, you need to surround yourself with beauty. Go get yourself some flowers. Go get yourself some art. Make your journey at work, you know, beautiful. Do something that motivates you to want to be in that workspace, to want to be there. You know, it's helpful to make a list of your values, which you're going to do with this task that I'm going to give you guys. And it's all over online. You can type out everything. You don't have to write it out. I would recommend writing, once you've gone through the whole challenge, writing out your results, because putting it on paper, I think it makes it more truth, makes it more like a reality, right? And then focus on those top 5 that you get from doing that challenge and share it with others. Get their perspective and choices that they've made. You know, share it in the group. What were your top values and are you happy with how that turned out? Do you want to change something? Do you want to move stuff more up the ladder? What is it that you want to see with your highest values? And if it is perfect and you're very happy with it, which honestly, I was happy with mine. As much as my business wasn't at the top, I know at everything I do at the top, my highest value is helping my business, just in a completely different way than most people do. So for me, my top five values was perfect because it was honest. And I know what I need to work on to make my business succeed with my highest value, with helping others, with doing this group is one of them, right? I'm helping all of you succeed, and in turn, it's going to come back to me. So, what, some top things that you can really think of is engagement. Being involved emotionally and committed to the work at hand is super important. What is the impact you want to have? Having an influence in someone's life, what is that looking like? You know, being creative. We need to really use the left side of our brain sometimes, and I know that's something that I fail at a lot of times because I'm an extremely creative person, and before I got into real estate and the really business-minded aspects of my life, I was extremely creative, and I actually created businesses from my creativity. And now that's something that's lacking in my life, so it's something that I'm going to work on. Making new things, thinking of new ideas, being creative within my home, you know, Another thing is looking at your family. What is impacting them directly? What could impact them directly? And personal growth. This is something that we've really pushed hard with this month, and we are going to get into more technical stuff moving forward. But the personal growth and the development of new skills is really what one value that really should be on your list. And if it's not, understand why it's not there. It's not a bad thing it's not there, but being honest with yourself and realizing why it's not there, right? So that's why we're going to do this task after we get off, and you guys can do it at your most convenience. You don't have to get it done tonight, but I would like you guys to discuss it within the group. Make a post. What were your top, you don't even have to say all top 5 if you don't want to, but what was your top value? What was something that you wanted to work on, right? What, baby?
Your phone is dead.
Well, where's the charger?
I have it.
iPhone is dead. The world's ending. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. I was very upset about mine, but I've had since changed that completely and couldn't be happier. If I hadn't done the practice, I wouldn't have seen what I needed to change. Exactly. Most of us coming in here, especially if you're new, have no idea what your highest values are. You have no idea. We've never been asked these questions. I didn't. We've never been put in a spot to figure that out because we've never been driven to find success within those highest values. We're all different and we're all capable of amazing things, but we are all going to succeed extremely different too. We're all going to find success in a different timeline, in a different, on a different road with using all the same tools. Caitlin, why are you smiling? You're so cute. Hiding in the corner over there. I've missed my best friend, you guys. Sorry. She's been gone for like 2 weeks and now I'm sick, so she can't come see me. So I love these Zooms where you get to like see everybody even though you're extremely contagious. That's awesome. And don't be afraid to have like the difficult conversations. If you're frustrated and having tensions with others in the community or stuff that is really limiting your work through yourself, if it slows you down, use this day, this task to really have an opportunity to generate some more understanding for yourself and approach it with a more positive and constructive view. Because winning isn't always necessarily the goal, it's learning, right? Learning what works best for me, learning what works best for you, and having those difficult conversations that really helps you understand. You can allow yourself to undo old habits that have you stuck, like saying, I don't have time. I'm too busy with the kids. I don't have time to do these things because I want to just lay in bed all day because I'm sick. If you can learn to control those old habits, for even 2 months ago, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today because I'm sick and I would want to go crawl in my bed in my cozy and just not be seen by anybody. But I am working on undoing those old habits and understanding that if I don't get up today, no one's going to help my success today, except for me. So I needed to open the doors, for myself to make a difference today. Sorry, my throat's hurting. I don't know, but like for me, some of those really difficult conversations have turned into my next greatest idea, my next greatest success. Sometimes those difficult conversations where I'm bawling, and I've had a lot of them over the last year, where somebody has said something to me and it hits me like a baseball bat. Like it hits me and I'm realizing that, oh my God, this is what I need to do. This is the next great idea. And this is going to be my next success story. So doing work that matters is not easy. You need to show up regularly. You need to understand your motivational values, and you need to be open to those difficult conversations. And to be open to those difficult conversations, you have to start them. You have to reach out to people and be like, I'm dealing with this and I don't know how to get past it. And if you're not willing to do those things, then you're not willing to change. Caitlin, you're gonna make me cry. Just a minute. Shauna, if you want to touch in, I'm just going to deal with Ryder for a second. If you're not there. Oh, actually, you know what? Caitlin Sharkey, will you touch on, you know, really breaking through limiting beliefs? You went to Awaken this weekend, and you promised me you'd come out on a Zoom, and this is the closest one I've done since you've come home. And I need to deal with Ryder, so you can take over for a minute.
Well, I would have maybe liked to have been a little bit more prepared, but that's okay. We'll roll with what I got here. So it was, can everybody hear me? Yes? Okay. Yeah, so it was a really intense weekend emotionally, and I had gone there wanting to sort of break through some, like you said, limiting beliefs that I had about myself, and I wasn't even really sure exactly what they were. And they asked a lot of questions that I have never asked myself before. And one of them was your basic core values, like who are you, what are you made up of? And that was a question I'd never asked myself before. And so a lot of different topics came up, obviously honesty, like being kind, being less judgmental. These were a lot of the things that were part of my core value. And I realized also that, you know, a lot of people go through life passing judgment on other people, and giving advice when they don't even really know who they actually are or what they truly want or stand for. And, you know, like it's a lot of work to go to these types of events where you have to dig deep within yourself, and you become very vulnerable, and you're in a lot of cases speaking to people that you've never met before. And I don't know if that makes it easier or harder, to be honest. But when you're in a safe zone where there's no judgment, it makes it a lot easier, that's for sure. And it was just such an amazing experience to like see so many people's raw emotions coming out. And one of the things that I really wanted to work on is I have a hard time being on video, and I don't know if it's what it was that was holding me back from that, maybe just because it was new, or, you know, it's really hard to look at yourself and see yourself talking, hear your own voice. What am I going to say? And I think it comes down to just really relating your experiences that you are confident about talking about, so that you can speak from the heart and actually share value with other people. And I think one of the things that happens when we come into this business is we get distracted by watching what everyone else is doing and trying to recreate our version of that, which is a very salesy pitch. And it's hard to connect with people on that level. So you have to really dig deep, find out who you are, what your core values are, what your life values are, and then speak based on those topics. And that's what's really going to resonate with other people. And that's where you're going to have connections and build a trusting following of people that you can really work with. So I guess, yeah, that was one of my breakthroughs that I had, is just stop trying to sort of recreate everything that we see other people are doing and having success with, and really find something that you can speak from the heart, because that's where you'll learn to communicate the best. And, you know, like it's so hard, I feel like, to sit on the sidelines. You end up sort of just allowing life to happen to you instead of reaching out and grabbing it and running for it, because you're afraid. And we live our life so based on fear and excuses. I think it's really important to, I don't know if you guys have discussed this topic or not, but the 5-second rule, just when you think of it, just go and do it. And one of the things that I'm working on right now is one daily video, even if it's just to myself. Like, I don't even necessarily have to send it out to anybody. I just record myself in my raw emotion, just check in with yourself, almost like a diary. But it's basically just just to get confident and comfortable and try different lighting techniques, and you'd be amazed at how far your confidence will come just by doing it on a daily basis. And only you has to watch it. So I mean, if you could be in your undies in your bed if you want. You don't have to like thanks, Krista. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, I have a lot of notes to go over, and I have a lot of value that I would like to share in this group again at some point. But yeah, Kat's back, so I'll let her take it from there.
Thanks, babe. You know, this is why going to the events is important. When you get in here and you really start putting your self-development and you as one of the highest values in your top 5, that's what it creates. When Kate came in here, what was it, 6 months ago, 7 months ago? I don't even think it was that long ago. But she was a lost little kitten. And look at her now, spreading the value. Yeah. Look at her now, spreading the value and understanding what limiting beliefs are and how to overcome them. She hates being on video, but she's pushing herself to do it every day anyway. She's doing the things that are going to matter in her business because she knows those are what is holding her back. And like Krista said, she is so confident in speaking from the heart now because it's something she gives a crap about. So when you see an event come up, yeah, even if you think it's outrageously expensive, ask yourself this: am I not important enough? Am I not worth it? Because that's how you're valuing yourself. If you say $500 is too much or $900 is too much, then you're really not valuing yourself enough to work and understand that these events change people. And if it wasn't for Awaken for me 6 months ago, I wouldn't be sitting here today either. And if it wasn't for Awaken last, weekend for Kate, she probably wouldn't have spoke on this Zoom because it's not something that she does very often, and she would have been mad at me. It's an investment in yourself, 100%. And yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Shauna, should we tell them about what we have in store for them for
Yeah, for sure.
You can go.
That.
Your voice is more exciting than mine right now.
Okay, guys. So basically, okay, yeah, you can open it.
Oh, if you're cutting in and out, I can still.
Sorry, guys. So basically, you guys, what we're doing is am I cutting out?
A little bit, but go ahead. I can always fill in the gaps.
Okay, so what we've decided, you guys, to give, not just promise people like value, but also what we want to do is we do want to reward you guys. So first of all, you guys, anybody that hasn't made their 30-day goal, if you haven't done that, you have to do that in order to be eligible to win a prize, because we do have 3 things. We're not going to tell you what they are, but we are going to tell you. There will be a first place prize, second place prize, third place prize. We will be announcing what these are in a week or so. One of them is worth money, and it does cost money to buy, and it will help your business. Everything that we will be offering as prizes are things that will help you grow your business. So we're not just going to give you a Gucci purse.
No Gucci purses, guys.
No Gucci purses.
You get to buy a Gucci purse when we get you this stuff to help out your business.
Exactly. So you guys, for those of you watching the replay and for anybody else on here, if you have not posted your 30-day goal, because how are we supposed to know if you hit your goal if you didn't post it? And you know what? That we're going to actually make a deadline for anybody that is eligible to win, because if your goal's not posted, we don't know the date yet. We'll talk about that. But your goal has to be posted by a certain date. And then for those that hit their goals, there will be prizes. There'll be 3 prizes. There will be 3 winners. And we will decide how that goes depending on, how you guys, whatever. But bottom line is there's prizes. They're worth money. They're awesome. And they're going to help you grow your business. And you have to write your goals to be eligible So we're not
And
messing around here.
get them written down right away, because like we said, we don't know when the deadline is, so we could make it in 2 hours. So go out and do it.
We could. We could. And if you have friends in this group that aren't here, be their friend and tell them. If you see, you guys, let's work as a team on this one, all right? So there's 85 people in this group, and I would say, well, maybe there are active members and we just don't know that they're active. But I don't know, Kat, how many would you say are actually active out of the 85?
I would say probably 50%, and I'd like to see it way higher than that.
Yeah, for sure. Because just like this is a free program, we're never doing this again, you guys. We're never offering this program for free again. So, you know what? If you have somebody in this group who you've connected with that you don't see active, that isn't on this Zoom, I want you to reach out to them personally after this Zoom is off, and I want you to tell them, say, listen, if you haven't done your goal, you better do it, because they're saying there's awesome prizes. So help your friends out. Or maybe there's one person that you just know isn't active. You know, actually, why don't we do this, you guys? Why doesn't everybody reach out to somebody they don't know in this group and tell them about the prize? Ask them a little bit about them, because some people might be intimidated by the size of this group. So that will make someone feel welcome. So I want just to set, this is like an impromptu. I hope you're okay with this, Kate.
Kat.
Kat.
It's okay.
I hope you guys are okay with this, but I think that it would just really good. Why don't you guys all reach out? I challenge every single person in this group to reach out to either somebody that they know or somebody they don't know in the group. Say, hey, how's it going? I seen you're in the group. Whatever, just wanted to reach out and see how you're doing, how you're feeling. What do you think about these 3 wild children that are mentoring us, or whatever? Do you like Kat's hair today? I don't know. Just reach out to somebody and tell them about the challenge, because it's not about like if you're like sweet. There's only like 5 people that have put their. Well, I don't know how many there are exactly. 15 people that have wrote their goals. My odds are good. No. Don't do that. Put it out there. Be like, don't miss out on this. So that's my challenge. That's what, and it's exciting, you guys. You guys better get excited. The prizes are pretty awesome. I actually want the prize, but
I want the prize. I don't even have them yet. So trust me, this is a big thing. I want this prize. So I'm going to be working hard to get my 30-day goals done too, and maybe Shauna will pimp me out too. Just kidding. But no, seriously, guys, we really want to encourage you guys to be involved. Shauna, I'm just going to mute you for a second. Yeah. Really encourage you guys to be involved. Finish the 30 days out strong. You know, when we first came in here, we had 3 pages of people attending the Zooms, and I understand, you know, sometimes in the mid-afternoons, it's not the time that works for everyone. But we also did a poll to ask who's here. Who wants the times to be these times, and we adjusted it to be in the afternoon. So make sure, if you know somebody that hasn't been attending or hasn't been here, tag them in shit. Tag them, because I can't keep track of 85 people, and I'm pretty sure Shauna don't want to either. You guys have to be in this for yourselves and for your teammates and your downlines, right? I can tag all my new people and tag all that, but I can barely remember more than 10 names at a time. So for me and you guys, you all have to be willing to push each other and push yourselves to be here, to watch the replays, to be with intent on actually succeeding this month, actually hitting those goals. And if you put that intent out there, like us adding the prize, we didn't have to do that. What we're giving you is more than enough to obtain your goals. But having a prize at the end of the day always motivates people more, because we all have that competitiveness, right? So that's why we decided to do it. We want to see you all succeed. So we hope that we have 85 entries into this, you know, prize at the end of the month. We want to see that. I don't want to see just 5. I want to see all 85.
Please,
sorry, I just spelled police cars, I guess.
No, I'm police fighting.
Yeah, okay, here, you figured out. I think that's all. So I'm going to add the John D. Martini Values Challenge. I'm going to put that on the original post I posted this morning. Make sure you guys do that, because that is a part that is going to help you succeed in doing your 30-day challenge, succeed in your 30-day goals. So make sure you guys are doing that. And once you're done, reach out to the group, figure out like what was your top value, what do you want to work on, and how was your experience, and did you have any like really breakthrough moments while doing that? Because that little course was so impactful on like being realization to what I actually hold and being honest with myself on what I hold of value. And if you guys have any questions about the questions within the John Demartini Challenge, all you have to do, there's like a more info after each question, and if you click that, it explains the question, because some of them are a little bit worded weird, and I found I had to press that button to really understand what the question was about. So there is that option. It took me a minute to find it the first time. So and then I'm going to post the Zoom and the Zoom recordings for all the other people. If you know somebody didn't watch this and wasn't here, and you're like, oh, hey, I don't know, one of my girls, it doesn't matter, Alana wasn't here. I'm going to go take her and make sure she watches this. Hi. Are you there? Shauna, are you there?
I am. My son just, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, no, like my son was just playing with my phone and he took it and he was running and I had to get it. So I'm here, yes.
Like he said hello to everyone. It was really cute.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oops. That's crazy. That's why I'm muted, because it's crazy.
Okay,
It's crazy over here.
Okay, we're almost done anyway. But yeah, so does anybody have any last minute questions about the challenge, about finishing up your goals? Have you posted them yet? Did anybody get value from today? Hit me up with some comments and love. I came out here sick as a dog just because I love you guys. I have my goals written down and I'll post them right away. Mike, actually, just throw it in the group. Shauna, do you want me to build a file for it maybe so it's all in one place?
Like a file for, what do you mean?
For everybody's goals so we can see it?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because that'd be awesome. You're the file queen, you're awesome.
I know. We haven't really told people to post it, but when we came up with this challenge, like the prize at the end, I know a lot of them were like, we didn't know we were supposed to post. That's fine. We weren't.
Oh, I thought that we were. I thought that we talked about that. You didn't say one goals, so I had thought that you did. But okay, great. Now we have a new thing. Post your goals.
Just so we can keep track of who's actually, being involved. So I'll start the file right as soon as I get off here. Everybody go post their goals, find that Demartini challenge, and tag people and do what Shauna told you to do. Comment, go reach out to people. That's the biggest thing. Talking, have those difficult conversations. Just kidding. We love you. Everybody loves you. Okay, I think I'm done. My throat hurts. So I love you guys. Okay.
Okay. Bye. So nice to see you. You look pretty even though you have strep throat.
I know. I'm just a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to go back and lay down now.
Okay, bye, babe. Have a good day.
Yeah.